Oh boy, do I have quite the juicy update for you guys today. If you haven't seen the first video that I made on Stanic, I highly recommend going to see it because a lot of what I'm going to go through won't make any sense to you without that context. However, for those of you who have watched the previous video, my boy responded, and oh fuck, it's pretty brutal. Not even 6 hours after the first video was published, Stanic decided to start a stream and was notified by a viewer about it. From there, he decided to react to the whole thing and provided some pretty garbage counterpoints. To be completely honest with you, I genuinely don't think his response could possibly get any closer to what I was expecting. So I'm just gonna go through the entire segment of the stream and just pick away everything he said. I'm just gonna say it right now. This is the last video on this shit, I promise. He fucking dug his own hole, he buried himself, he covered himself up. All I really gotta do is take the shovel and just pat the dirt down a little bit. So yeah, let's take a deep dive, shall we?
Hey Stanic, have you seen that kid's video about you? What? No way, why is that kid made a video about me? There's no doubt, bro, there's something bad. All his audience are woke as hell, aren't they? Well, majority of them, so yeah.
Yep, he used woke unironically. I think the funniest part about people who have woke in their vocabulary don't really seem to have any idea what the word means. To be woke is to be alerted to and concerned about social injustice or discrimination of any sort. In other words, if you feel any sort of concern towards racism, sexism, any of those things, you are, by definition, woke in some form, regardless of what it is you feel concerned about. And assuming that Stanic is, concerned about at least one of thousands of social injustices that exist around the world, he is, by definition, woke as well. Welcome to the woke club, pal.
It won't be anything good, I can imagine that.
Hasn't it? I think the last time I did anything remotely...
Oh wait, one sec. Have you seen the thumbnail? Let me show you the thumbnail. Why the bodo? I've already got an idea what this will be about because of my fucking controversial stuff.
With over 1.7 thousand subscribers, which that doesn't sound like a lot in terms of general.
It's not a lot. It's nothing, bro.
It's because the vast majority of his content is completely stolen. But we'll get to that later on. Ranging from the burning of different pride flags to comparing mancubi to transgender people whilst using some not so nice language.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. The weirdest thing to me is that I've actually interacted
with this guy a few times. Come on, bro.
That's cool. Now, I'm not personally a member of the LGBT.
I guess if you're all for child mutilation and stuff like that, then that's on you, bro. Because if you're not against it, then you support it, don't you? So.
Over my time spent both on the internet and in the real world, I've met a lot of people who associate with the LGBT, and I can assure you that absolutely none of these people that I've met have ever supported or endorsed child mutilation. I know where you probably got that shit from too. My guess is Twitter, or like maybe one of those extremist YouTube channels that exaggerate everything they can just to get a few more clicks. And considering you stole and reposted a Matt Walsh video, I'm going to assume that I'm correct on both of those guesses. That's the problem with social media and all this other shit these days, dude. Like, it's completely bloated for the sake of starting shit, and the next thing you know, an entire group of innocent people is shunned and discriminated against by like millions. All because a couple of dummies on both sides of the political spectrum decided to play a game of who can yell at the news anchors louder. The reality of the situation is that all these people who you despise so much, not including the Twitter gremlins of course, want absolutely nothing to do with all this shit you're associating them with in your stream. I'd say a good like 96 or 97% of them kind of just want to be left alone without being ridiculed for just existing. In the title and in the thumbnail for the video, he essentially labels members of woke culture as the game's demonic characters.
Well, if you read the Bible, bro,
him murdering said demonic characters.
Demons are transgender, bro.
Just previously labeled as members of the woke
Demons
culture.
Are transgender, bro.
Really, you could pull the it's just dark humor, liberals.
That's all it is. It's just memeing, bro.
You can throw that around all you want.
It's,
but at the end of the day,
this guy's friend's hump, man.
About, Okay, I'm not trying to offend anybody who does practice Christianity here, just keep that in mind. That being said, the Bible's not exactly the most reliable source for a lot of stuff. Most of its credibility, in quotations, is based on whether the reader decides to put faith into the words they're reading. And if you want to believe in everything the Bible says, power to you, I guess, you know? That's not my business, nor will it ever be my business. The truth, though, is that it's not really a good idea to say, oh, you want my source? Read the Bible. In most cases, at least. There's probably some places where that could be used effectively, but not this one. In regards to the comment about Hump being my friend, yeah, I understand that Hump has been making a lot of peculiar content in the past year, and I've been open with Hump about my concerns in private DMs, and he's understood these concerns. In terms of severity, though, I feel as though there's like a huge gap between what you've been posting and what he's been posting. And that's mainly why I didn't bother making a video about Hump, because yeah, I don't really like what he's doing either. But he's not making memes about killing people for not fitting his ideal image of a person. Killing a marginalized group of people. And like, there's no way this shit is
What did he just say then? What did he just say then?
Like, if
what did he just say?
At the end of the day,
definitely one of them.
This guy is now making jokes about, you know, killing a marginalized group of people.
Whoa. Okay. Now let's get one thing right, bro. I'm not about killing people. That's not what fucking it's just so took out of context. Nah, I don't wish anybody dead, bro. That's so bad. I don't agree with the ideology. I'm against the ideology. But I'm family orientated and I'm about the family unit. And I'm about multiplying. Yeah, I'm about pro-life, bro. That's me, pro-life.
I noticed how off guard he was caught after that segment, and I can definitely see why, because that was a very serious accusation. Here's the thing though, when I do these types of videos where I talk about someone in a negative light, I always make it my main objective to say shit as I see shit. I don't sugarcoat anything, nor do I exaggerate anything. That is not what I'm aiming to do here. With that being said, what I saw out of Stanic's content was him constantly making these connections between a specific group of people and Doom's characters in his titles and thumbnails.
Well, if you read the Bible, bro,
him murdering said demonic characters.
Demons are transgender, bro.
He would make specific connections that point to them being synonymous, okay? Then when you'd click on the video, the content you would be shown would usually be a compilation of him shooting, stabbing, and killing these characters, who his titles and thumbnails depict as synonymous to these real-world people. As I said in the first video, it's not rocket science to piece this together and end up with some pretty serious implications. So I am sorry if you felt that it was blown way out of proportion, Stanic, but that was the implication you were making with these videos. Whether it be intentional or not, joke or not, this is the mark you've made, and now you're being called out on it.
And everything that they do, everything that they're about, this is not the people, by the way. This is the ideology. This is what we need to get. Don't get it twisted, man. I don't wish anybody dead. The memeing and that, yeah, it's a memes, bro. Do you know what I mean? We're working with algorithms and that. You're at 20-odd K, 26K. Come on, bro. I'm fucking 1,000, man. You know, time's hard, bro. If I got a bit far sometimes, maybe so. I'll take that on the chin. But do I wish anybody dead? Hell no.
Another big issue with Stanic's way of thinking is that the comfortability of the people he memes about are much less important than numbers on a screen to him. Yes, it is 100% true that controversial content is more likely to lead to channel growth, but there's a big difference between having genuine controversial content that serves a purpose and just acting like a piece of shit. Okay? And once again, I don't know how many times I'm gonna end up saying this, but the ideologies that he continues to associate with the LGBT are just completely inaccurate and are once again a perfect example of how stereotypes being taken seriously have the potential to cause some serious harm. I completely get the frustration of channel growth. Hell, I still deal with it every day. I've switched up my content style like 4 times in the past 2 years and I still don't know if I'm in the place where I want to be. But no matter what, I've never once thought of resorting to such sour behavior. Spreading unnecessary hate is not the way to grow long-term placement on YouTube. Short-term, maybe. It absolutely does work for short-term, but that's going to die out very fast, and before you know it, you'll be right back to square one.
In fact, I'm quite the opposite, bro. I'm a Christian, man. I believe in God. What? Because I say destroy demons. Is that what you're getting at? Because that seems that I've never said that.
Personal to him, you know what I mean?
I've never said
just
that.
1 or 2. Once again, it's not just about what he said or didn't directly say. Actions do speak louder than words, and even if there was some alternate universe where Stanic's intentions aren't to be harmful towards anybody, people are still really fucking gullible, you know? Even if he was using these stereotypes in a poor attempt at humor without actually trying to hurt anybody's feelings, he'd still be enabling this hateful behavior in others who may not understand that it's all just memeing. But you can tell from these responses that he is not just memeing. Watch this clip here.
See what I'm doing, right? The way I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm filtering out them people. I don't want them people as subscribers. I don't want them people as subscribers, bro. I don't want them people as followers, bro. Because they're disgusting in the chat. When they chat in the chat, it's disgusting and vile. I don't want to see that, bro. Bro, you're sticking up for me. Mutilating
None of
children,
his
man.
content
That's
is
basically what
original,
you're
and anything
supporting.
that's
Mutilating
original
children.
And there's your admission of guilt. He's not just making these titles and thumbnails for the sake of memeing. He's making these titles and thumbnails because he's genuinely repulsed by the people who don't even possess the ideologies he thinks they do. This is exactly what Twitter and bloated extremism does to people, man. And it really is a fucking bummer that it was mainstream media for a solid like 4 years from 2016 to 2020. And there's even one video of his along with the 6 minutes of stolen content or whatever it was, where he puts his profile picture on top of the video as a fucking watermark. I really wish I was making along with a
fair use,
picture of
bro.
Doom Guy.
Just like you're doing now with my picture on your thumbnail and talking about it. It's called fair use, bro.
Oh, Stanic, that is not at all fair use. Fair use, as described by Google's official definition, and any other definition you can find anywhere else, is the doctrine that brief excerpts of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research, without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder. In both this video and the last, I've been using Stanic's pictures, thumbnails, and parts of his videos to criticize him, and he's been using my video to create his own counterpoints. That is classified as fair use on both ends, and it's completely fine to do that. However, what he shouldn't be doing is taking an entire video, slapping 2 PNGs over it, and then re-uploading it to get potentially thousands of views. That's not fair use, because he's not adding any real value to the video. And no, a video with 2 static PNGs on it in terms of value is no different from the original video without those 2 PNGs. I can't believe I have to fucking say that, but no, that's not how that works. And then one day, I get this fucking video with over like 111,000 views, I think it has. Which one is it? Hold on, I'm looking.
I know which one it is.
Doom Guy,
White Man versus... Yeah, bro.
111.
See, we're on a different level, bro. Like, that's fine, that's cool. Everybody's entitled to their own shit. But yeah, we're clearly on a different level, bro.
That's about all I really have.
We're clearly on a different level, man. But no hate, man. No hate. I don't hate any views. I don't hate any of that.
I honestly have no idea what he was even on about when it came to the whole we're on a different level thing, but I'm assuming it's probably got to do with the difference in subscriber count that we have. Sub counts have nothing to do with this whole situation. If you had 1 million subscribers, I'd go after you. If you had 30 subscribers, I'd still go after you. Channel size does not matter right now. The issue I have here is that these videos you post can get anywhere from a few hundred to thousands of views. And that's just views, that does not include impressions whatsoever. Because if you include impressions, that number of people being exposed to your hateful shit would be like 10 times higher. And it makes it even worse that the content you post, instead of trying to make a real argument or prove a valid point, it's simply just made to target, harass, and spread hate towards a group that has absolutely nothing to do with what you despise so damn much about them. Just go to his channel, report him, and leave it at that. That's what I'm gonna be doing as soon as I get this video out. Thanks for watching the video. Join the Discord link in the description.
Well, it definitely touched someone's nerves, bro. Jeez. Louise. This is to Dead Key as well, man. No hate to Dead Key or any of his audience or any of the trans people, gay people, man. I'm absolutely fine. Anyone has the right to be what they want. Do you know what I'm saying? We shot him. The memeing and that and the tiling, fair enough. I do what I do, right? There's no harm being done there, man. Because it's on the reverse. You know that yourself. I mean, look at you and my video. It's on the reverse, bro. We all do that kind of shit.
Once again, like, I have no idea where he was going with the whole reverse thing. But as for causing harm, yes, harm is being done. I've had multiple people mention to me that Stanic's content does make them feel uncomfortable or attacked. There was one person in particular who actually was personally attacked by this dude. I understand that people have different opinions. Nobody has to accept anything in life, and nobody has to have the exact same opinions as everybody else. Otherwise, we'd all just be living in 1984, or present-day Canada. That's not what this whole thing is about, though. I haven't been making these videos because I'm upset that Stanic doesn't agree with the idea of the LGBTQ. I'm denouncing the idea of being an asshole towards a group of human beings just because you don't like them.
But stop pandering around, bro. That's what you're doing, you're pandering, bro. It's because of people like you why this situation is never gonna be sorted out. But yeah, it's free speech, man. We're all free to do what we want. We're all free to say what we please, obviously, within line, yeah. But
wow. That was ironic. I find it funny that despite openly saying in the first video that my objective was not to defend any side of the political spectrum, he still just automatically assumes I'm trying to meat ride a certain side because I'm calling him out for doing shitty things. Let me get one thing straight. If the roles were reversed and there was like an extremist ripping on Christians for simply existing, I'd have the exact same reaction as I do now. I would probably shit talk them, I would probably make fun of them, I'd probably make a video about it. It's not about pandering to a specific audience, it's about pointing unnecessary disrespect and mistreatment. And he doesn't realize this, probably because he spent the entire time talking over my video instead of actually listening to it. But oh well, not much you can do about someone who refuses to listen, you know?
I understand that you're a lot younger than me, and also a lot of your audience probably are too. But I just want you to know, I have no hate, man, and I don't intentionally disrespect any of yous. I agree. I've done, like, here's one thing I will agree with here: the memeing stuff. I've gone a bit hard on it, and I've done quite a lot of it. But like, once again, as you said before, I'm only a small channel, bro. I'm doing everything I can just to hit the algo, and if that's what hits the algo, bro, then so be it. Do you know what I mean? It's just the last thing I expected, bro. Like you even heard him say I'm a 1,700 channel, bro. I'm fucking nothing, bro.
Once again, this clip is more so just him repeating a bunch of stuff, but that's pretty much it in terms of his points and arguments. So I guess in that case, I'll leave it there. If you do want to see the full uncut version of his stream, there's a link to it in the description to this video. I've got a timestamp here, right on the screen, and that's where it'll be. That's how you get to the beginning of his counterclaims. In sum though, I believe that most of Stanic's content is not a product of rage bait or even just dark humor. It's a product of his own genuine but unreasonable disliking for a specific community, fueled by stereotypes and misconceptions that have been fed to him by today's extremely bloated social media. And with that, the Stanic saga is ending, and I will be going back to my shitty gameplay videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, have a good day, and just don't be a douchebag. And if you gotta be a douchebag to those who deserve it. Take care.